Hi, hello, and welcome back to my nail corner. You guys almost had a real interesting upload, but I'll tell you about that in just a second. So today we are going to play with some West Coast dips, some of my favorite products. This white is called Porcelain, so we're going to do a white dip base, and then we're going to play with some cat eye gels. I recorded this a while back, and it's been sitting here waiting for me to tell you guys about it, and here I am at last. So these are two of the several that Jolene from West Coast Dips sent my way. I did them on the left with a matte top coat, which is so velvety. I love it so much. So definitely consider that when you're using the cat eye gels. And then on the right, I did the glossy because I'm a little extra and I wanted both in my little swatch collection. But yeah, truly I debated the matte because I love that so much. But I went glossy in the end, and you will see that in this video. But the middle two are like a teal to purple shift. I think it's called Catty Mermaid, and I really thought that was the one I was gonna use. It's so gorgeous and I love it so much. But then this blue just reminded me of like a light wash blue jean, and I don't know, I was just feeling it, and so that's what I did. You can see on the swatches I used like different magnets, different kind of played around with it to see what it would look like. But man, like it's just like action on your nails, and I couldn't stop staring when I had this on my nails. So we're gonna get into some dipping, because you can totally do these gels just by themselves. Do a gel base, throw on the cat eye gel, that's totally fine. I am just too hard on my nails to have just gel. Of course I have builder gel on there, but I also felt like I should preface that the swatches had, I think I did 3 full coats on the swatches. They're not like sheer necessarily or transparent, but like I felt like the white tip of my nail might show through a little bit, so I went with the white base underneath. I just felt like it would really make that gel pop. Now again, you don't have to do that. You can do it just on a gel base. You could even do a white gel if you wanted to under those. It's totally fine. You know me, I'm a dip girl. I like the strength of dip. I like that I can file it and shape it how I want it. It's just where my comfort is. So you do you, boo, whatever's comfortable for you. But I'm going to go ahead and dip into this. So I'm going to do 2 dips of Porcelain, which on camera you can kind of tell against that white paper towel. It almost looks like it has a blue hue, like the lightest of blue hues. It's not. It's totally like a porcelain white, like white. So you'll see that as I get through my dipping, but I just wanted to like point that out. It's like paper white. It might be the whitest white I've ever used on my nails. So if you need a good stark white, this is a good one. Consider picking it up. Anyway, the interesting upload you almost had is that my recordings, like when I'm recording my nails at my desk, obviously my phone picks up audio, but I'm not speaking while I'm doing this. I'm living life. My kids are coming up asking for a snack or telling me that the dog picked up a sandal or whatever. Like chaos is ensuing around me in what looks like a really serene, relaxing environment at my nail desk. But anyway, so when I put those video clips into the program or the app on my phone to edit them down, to cut things out for length of time, speed things up, etc., I usually like take the sound or the audio out of the video first, like in my photos on my iPhone, and then import it. Well, apparently with this video, I didn't do that. So what you were about to have was the music in the background and me talking, but also all of the ambient noise of my house the day that I recorded this video. See, I record these voiceovers and I do not listen back to the videos, so all the mistakes I make, sorry guys, and if you've had videos in the past that have had random audio in the background, now you know why. But I really try to mute them before I put them into the editing app, that way I just don't have to think about it. But that's what just about happened. So you were either going to hear like the least soothing voice of mine you've ever heard if I had to use like mom voice to like holler down the steps to get the kids' attention, or like, I don't know what. You might have heard like a podcast in the background, because I often am listening to a podcast, which is usually like a pop culture podcast or a true crime podcast, or I really like this this lawyer. She's on YouTube and has a podcast. Her name's Emily D. Baker, and I got hooked on her years ago when Julie from Dip Nails by Jules, over here on YouTube and all the places, she had introduced me to her when we were both kind of obsessing over the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. And this lawyer was covering the trial live and like giving commentary during. And that was really like, it's really been fascinating and educational, because like, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm really interested in all of that stuff. So listening to her explain what's going on in court, like while it's happening, has been really fascinating. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check out Emily D. Baker on YouTube. And she has like this huge backlog. I mean, some trials she's covered. She just did one earlier this year, and it was like 9 weeks of trial. And she like timestamps everything, so you don't have to, if you're playing it back, you don't have to like go through the long, agonizing, boring stuff. But truly interesting. And a lot of the stuff she covers is like pop culture-y. So like I said, like Johnny Depp, she covers a lot of the stuff from like Vanderpump Rules and like drama there. But she's done like several criminal cases. So anyway, truly fascinating. If you're into the true crime world, it might be something that interests you. But all that to say, you might have heard things like that in the background had I not muted it, which can get really like confusing. Like, what is happening? Who is saying that? And like, it's only a snippet, so it doesn't make any sense. So I'm glad I caught that beforehand. It was several years ago now. I accidentally recorded a voiceover snippet, like sped up. So there was a portion of one of my videos where it was like a chipmunk voice, like speaking like super fast. And I had no idea, because I don't listen to them back. Once I'm done, like I export it and like upload it to YouTube and call it a day. I can't stand listening to my own voice. So it was really funny when people started commenting on that video. If you're an OG, you probably remember this, and we're like commenting that it was like the sped up portion was funny, and I had no awareness that had happened. So speaking of OG, if you're new here, thanks for joining us. And if you've been around for a while, thanks for continuing to come back with my like once a month uploads. Once upon a time, I was on top of life and was uploading twice a week. And every time I intend to, of late, like life just goes crazy on me. I've had 2 to 3 videos now sitting there edited, ready for me to voice over, and the past 3 weeks of life have just been like, I saw a thing on Facebook the other day, or Instagram or somewhere, that said like, I feel like my life is in the 5th season of a TV show, and the writers are just throwing crap at me to like keep it interesting. And truly, some of the most, honestly, I wish I could go into it with you guys, but like the last couple weeks have had some really devastating things happen, and just working through them has like not allowed me the mental and emotional capacity to sit and do a voiceover. But I'm here now. I had a couple days vacation with my family last week, kind of regroup a little bit, like just refresh. We're back home. We're starting to get ready for the school year. I have my dining room table is covered in school supplies and homeschool curriculum and all that stuff. It's going to be a little bit of a transition year. I do homeschool, but my kids do a 1 day a week like at school day, where they have like a teacher, but they're in a classroom with other homeschool kids, but it's run by our local public school system, and that's been fantastic for it, like for our kids and our family. We've done that since my son started school, and he's about to be a 6th grader. But when you transition into middle school, you go 2 days a week, and so now he's going to go on Monday and Wednesday, and my daughter's going to go on Tuesday. So my 1 day that I used to have all to myself is now gone, and I'm going to have one or the other those days, but not both of them together. But that also means like taking a kid to school 3 days a week and then packing lunches. And I'm like, man, I don't know if this is like, it's going to be an interesting transition. We'll make it work, but it's just going to be an adjustment and finding our new rhythm, and that's what we're headed for now. So now I've yammered through all of the dipping. I don't even know if I sped things up, but we're there. So I did 2 dips of that porcelain white and 1 dip of clear. I've been using the Model 1's transparent acrylic clear dip from Amazon. I got that giant vat of it. It's like 4 ounces or something, for like, I don't know, $10, $15 on Amazon. And it might last me till I die. It's big, but I love it. It's very finely milled. So it's just a really great clear, and I've had no issues with it over like solids, like dark colors, no fogginess over glitters. So if you want to stock up on a clear, that's the way to go. I'm still using the Revel sensitive liquids for my dip base, and I really like that still. I'm going to go ahead and file off camera, just shape things up a little bit, and now we're going to get into that gel. And then I'll get back to dip liquids in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and use a gel base first. And that's what you need to do under kind of any gel that you're going to use. So I'm going to apply my gel base and cure for 30 seconds. So back to dip base. I'm still loving the Revel sensitive dip base. The only thing is, like, I always go like, oh, I have to make sure I have an extra one on hand, because when I'm running low, or like, God forbid, something gets contaminated or whatever, like I've just always have an extra on hand. And like with Revel, it's not like an Amazon 2-night thing. So I always have one on hand. But I just saw that Azure Beauty on Amazon just came out with a sensitive dip base, dip top combo. And in most cases, your dip top can like double as a dip base. They're just very similar formulas. So I'm going to be a little guinea pig. I ordered them, and I'm going to try using the dip base and the dip top both as base, because I personally use a gel top coat most of the time, so I don't need to dip top coat. And then you can use any activator with those. Like, I just used what you saw was a brand that no longer exists, which is Double Dip, but I have like a back stock of their activator, so I just use that with the whatever activator I have on hand. I've been using with the Revel sensitive dip liquids, and I've had no dip flu from those. So I will test out the Azure Beauty ones. It was $9.99 for the 2-pack of the dip and base. So if those are a win, I will definitely share it with you guys, and that might be the way to go if you're dealing with dip flu. But I've tried other sensitive liquids and wasn't a huge fan, so I will definitely give you my honest feedback. So this seems like a weird thing to be using for my nails, but this is a 30-pound magnet I got at Home Depot. Now, most people, when they're doing the cat eyes, yeah, that's fun, they're using these little magnets here, and they can be kind of challenging, especially because I only have 2 hands, to kind of create the velvet nail look that's so trendy. You can do all kinds of things with those. You can create lines, you can do the circles, you can do swirls, whatever you want to do. But the velvet look is kind of like equal magnetic on either side of your finger to create that look. And I've seen this trend with this magnet it's a long time ago now, but I wanted to try it. And so I had seen it on Instagram with people using it, even with the cat eye nail polishes. And it was so mesmerizing to kind of watch the effect take place. And so I had to grab one and give this a try. And so that is what you are going to see here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply 1 base of the cat eye gel. Because I have the white underneath, I'm being very, very particular to get like all the way to the edges, because I'm trying not to have that white show. You also want not like a thick layer of the cat eye gel, but not like super thin, you know what I mean? Kind of like a medium thickness. So I'm giving a good, like, as even as I can coat of that cat eye gel, but truly do not worry this much about your first layer, because the magic really happens with the second one. But I'll go ahead and show you here. There's like what it looks like not magnetized yet. And then you go ahead and throw it in that magnet. Now watch when I turn from side to side. Look at that. I mean, it's truly magical. And once that's on all of your nails, I'm telling you, if you're anything like I am, you're just gonna stare constantly. I would be like at a stoplight, and I'm sure people around me were like, what is this lady doing? But I would just be like waving my hand in front of me and tilting it from side to side, looking like a crazy person. But once you've got that effect the way you want it, I just throw it in my nail lamp for 10 to 12 seconds for just a flash cure. A lot of nail lamps have like a 10, a 30, or like a 15, a 30, and a 60-second. Just do a flash cure. You don't need the whole thing. And then, because you're going to do a whole cure at the end. So I usually do a flash cure for each layer to set that magnetic design in place. And then, well, honestly, by the time you get to your pinky, your thumb has been cured. I don't know how many minutes, right? You all do the math. I'm not in school yet. Anyway, so I just do a flash cure for each layer. And you can see with my index finger there, I'm kind of just making sure I pull kind of the skin back, so I can just get as close to the edge as possible with that brush. But you guys know how to paint your nails. If you're here, you've probably been doing it for a minute. But that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to magnetize again and then flash cure again. So I'm not going to bore you through 5 whole fingers of this. I am doing 2 on camera, so you can just kind of see. I think that magnet is so fun. And like, it just made me want to magnetize everything all the time. I just want cat eye all over the place. And West Coast Dips had a handful, well, not a handful. They had quite a few cat eyes released. One of them is like a really pretty, like rose gold glittery one. So stunning. So definitely check out the website and see what calls your name and grab one of these. The magnet that I'm using, obviously not necessary, but can be picked up like online. Like I said, I ordered mine from like Home Depot. They are kind of trendy right now, but super fun to have, and I'm keeping mine on hand because I'm sure there will be cat eye in my future. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second nail like I said, and then we're going to skip to the end so you guys can see the full effect. I'm going to take a breath and I will be right back with you. Okay, look at these, you guys. I could not stop staring. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. They're such a I don't know what the word is, like an optical illusion. That's what I'm looking for. My kids were like, can I touch them? Because they thought they were going to be like velvety, and that's so fun. So I'm going right in with the Quartz top coat from West Coast Dips. If you guys have not used this top coat, it's to die for. I have it on my nails right now, and I just keep like rubbing my thumb over my nails because it's so slick smooth. And I don't know, I can't explain it to you. You got to try it yourself. But it's one of my favorite top coats, to the point that when I do my builder gel, I can't use this over my builder gel if I'm going to dip on it, because when I have applied my peel base over this top coat, it like beads up like Rain-X on a car windshield. It's so so glossy. So I have to grab like another top coat for over my builder gel. Otherwise my peel base just kind of like I said, it just turns into like beads on my nails. So it's super glossy, and if you haven't tried it, you definitely should. But if you've been around, you know that I usually apply gel base first before my gel top coat. However, I didn't have to this time because a gel like that cat eye gel leaves like a tacky finish on your nail, just like a gel base would. So you can go right in with your gel top coat over a gel polish and it will adhere just fine. So I do like to make sure to cap my free edge, as you're seeing me do here, especially when I'm wearing the square nail look. It's been a little while and my nails are back currently to like the almondy / stiletto-y. Okay, my phone just rang because I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb, but here we are. My nails are back to almond stiletto currently, but every time I see like little square kind of nubbies, like I miss them a little bit too. I'm glad I can wear any shape I want, and I don't have to go to a salon for it. Like, aren't you guys glad? I hope you guys love doing your at-home nails as much as I do. It really brings me a lot of joy. And so I like sharing it with you guys too. So you're gonna see here, I'm applying my cuticle oil, which is from Triple D. It's like my favorite scent. I probably need to stock up on more, but you'll see what I'm talking about. It like beads up over that top coat on my nails and makes them, like I said, look like they have water droplets on them. So that's exactly what I was talking about when it comes to, see, look at the water droplets. It's just the oil right over that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this cat eye video and that you guys get a magnet and play with it yourselves. Check out West Coast Dips and their gorgeous cat eye gels. And I will see you guys back hopefully next week. I have a mermaid theme mani up next.